We all agree that we've been attacked as a board, as a community, years and years and years and years, and I find it to be meritless. Whether it's Kevin Shelley insisting there's racism in your schools. Ironically, when Kevin finally volunteers a name and a family, we bring those parties together, and what happens? They look at each other and say, well, that never happened. So all the accusations, all the horrible things we're doing, prove not to be true. It just makes me nuts. You guys, we're attacked. We're extremists. That's what they're labeling us as. I don't get it. I don't consider you an extremist.
What is an extremist? To them, I think they think an extremist is somebody that doesn't want a transgender male in a female locker room. To me, that's normal. To me, their view is extremist, wanting that, because I don't know who wants their daughter in a locker room looking at naked men. All right, so I guess you have to define what an extremist is. You know, they say they're pinning on my tattoos. Okay, they have no idea what these tattoos mean. You know, they look up things and they add militant next to everything. Moms of Liberty are now a militant group. They're about parental rights. So if the Southern Law Center says you're a militant, then I guess you're a militant. That left-wing nutjob group down there. So.
Yeah, that seems a little extreme to me as well, and I agree. I mean, they judge you completely on the color on your skin. Right? No, they don't even get to know you.
The very thing they don't want, they say they don't want.
Exactly. You know, I think that's really what's extreme. And like you were saying earlier about the types of books that they're trying to defend. You know, I don't think it's extreme to keep someone that's 11 years old from seeing things that I don't think that are completely inappropriate. That I would probably get arrested if I showed someone in my house. Okay, I think that's extreme. I think that people yelling at my children and telling them that they're going to hate their mother when they get older, I think that's extreme. Okay, I think a group of people that are supported by the communist youth group, I think that's what's extreme. I think.
Well, I mean, look at, you know, they say that the right wing, they call them nuts. I don't see them burning down buildings and cities like Antifa did, or BLM, the ones they support.
But remember, we can't talk about that. Remember that? We're not supposed to talk about the bad things that happen. We're only supposed to talk about the good things they do.
I don't
exactly about that. Bill Formica has a tattoo. Let's put the camera on that. Let's make a big deal out of it. Let's not talk about burning cities to the ground, and let's not talk about harming kids, because, well, that's not a good story, because they know we're right.
Well, they'll twist anything. I mean, they'll twist this tattoo, which is just patriotic tattoos, right? They twisted, I gave the peace sign in a picture. Somehow that became some kind of militant symbol. And I want to print t-shirts up for these people, because I have pictures of Barack Obama, Bernie Sanders, Nancy Pelosi, all giving peace signs. So I guess I'm on their team somehow, or they're on mine.
Yeah, I think that, and I think, you know, a couple years ago, Ken, you spoke when at one of the meetings at the high school, when one of the large groups was there, and you talked about the Marxism and not letting that ideology get into the school system. And that was one of the biggest things that really drove me to get involved, because anyone who's studied history can see what's going on. They're using the same tactics. They're using the same groups of people. They're using the same terms in a lot of cases, okay? And the problem is, a lot of people just, for some reason, just can't see it no matter how much you show them. And I think it's so important for us to educate these kids to understand the propaganda and the gaslighting, so that they can see it. If they watch something on the news and they're emotionally charged and they get upset about it, I want them to understand. I want a red light to go off and say, hold on, this is propaganda because I'm emotionally involved. Okay, it's not news. News is facts. This happened here by this, and it was this person. That's news. When they get people emotionally charged, they're not thinking logically anymore. And it's,